start managing your reservations, search for your reservation under the calendar icon and select Search Reservations. Enter your reservation number and select Search. Reservations can also be searched for by using the reservation name, reference or voucher number, the status of the reservation, and even the rate type it was booked under. You can also search for reservations by using the start and end date, which will then show the results for the reservations for a certain time period, the dates that you have selected. To open up your reservation, hover over the reservation card and select View. From your reservation management screen, you can change your reservation status by selecting Confirm. Here you can see the status changed to Guarantee Overdue, which means my payment is overdue for this reservation. Benson will update the reservation status along with your guarantee policy, such as awaiting guarantee, guarantee overdue, or partially guaranteed. To change your reservation dates, select the Change option next to your dates. Select your new arrival and departure dates, and Next. The system will then show you the current and proposed charges. Select the relevant option for your reservation to keep your current reservation amount or accept the new proposed amount. You also have the ability to apply an amendment charge by selecting the tick box below. Select the applicable invoice the charge will be applied to and your amendment penalty. Remember to select if you wish to keep your current or proposed amount. For this example, I will be accepting our proposed reservation amount. Scroll down and select Confirm. To change your rate type applied, select the Change button across from your rate type. From your drop-down, select the new rate type you wish to apply. Next. And once again, you will be given the option to keep your current reservation amount or accept the proposed reservation amount. And Confirm. If you wish to change the guarantee policy, hover over the guarantee policy name. When it is highlighted blue, click on the name. This will then show you the details of the policy. Select the Change button and select the new policy you wish to apply. The same process applies to the cancellation policy if you wish to change it. From this screen, you can change the reservation name, enter a voucher number, and guest nationality. This nationality is for the entire reservation. To enter individual nationalities, this will be done under the guest section. You can also add or change your originating agent. If an originating agent has been linked to the entity profile, it will appear in the drop-down menu. However, selecting the plus sign will allow you to link a new originating agent or add a new originating agent from scratch by selecting the Add Originating Agent. Contact details can also be changed from the screen by selecting Change on the Consultant Details card and selecting your new contact. you also have the option to add a consultant from scratch. To remove the contact completely, select Remove. And yes, when adding contact details, you also have the option to add ad hoc contact details by entering in the contact name, contact number, and contact email address. Please note that these details will not be saved to the agent profile as a consultant, but only to the reservation. The next section to cover in our reservation management overview is rooms. From here, you can add a room. Benson will automatically show you what rooms are available. Select your room type and the number of rooms you wish to add. And next, add the room number. This is not required. If you have not selected a room number, Benson will apply this for you automatically. Select the bed configuration for this room, the number of adults, teens, or children in the room, and if you wish to mark this as a do not move. And next. Accept your proposed amount and confirm. From this section, you can also change your room type by selecting View on the room card. When Do Not Move is selected, you will not be able to change the room, so remember to unselect this option. Select the Change Room Type button and the room type you wish to change to from the drop-down menu, followed by the room number you wish to select, and accept your new proposed reservation amount, or select Keep Current Reservation Amount, depending on how you wish to charge your guest, and confirm. As you can now see, my room has changed from a standard to a luxury room. You can also remove a guest by selecting the room card, select View, select the guest you wish to remove, and select Remove Guests. Once again, Benson will show you the new calculated amount and confirm. As you can see, I now only have one guest remaining in my room. To search for a guest, select Search, enter the name of the guest that has an existing profile, and select. The room section also allows you to change a guest from a child to an adult and vice versa. Select your guest card, select, and change age category to adult, teen, or child. Once again, the system will show you the newly calculated amount. Confirm, and now you have one adult and one child in the room. To add a guest, simply go to the desired room, select View, and add guest. For this example, I'll be adding one adult, next, and confirm. To add a movable asset, such as a cot or an extra bed, view the room card you wish to add the movable asset to, Navigate to the Movable Assets option on your left-hand menu. Select Add Movable Asset and the number that you wish to add. And Next. Once again, you will be shown your new proposed reservation amount and confirm. As you can now see, one extra bed has been added to my room. If more than one room is booked, you will have the option to split rooms. Select the room you wish to split and Next. The next page will confirm which charges will also be moved. If you do not wish to move a certain charge, just untick the tick box and confirm. It is important to note, when a room has been split, it will automatically then be reflected under linked reservations. Our next section to cover is the guest section. This allows you to search for or edit guest information. When searching for guest details, you will also have the option to add them as a client by selecting Add Client and entering the relevant information. You can also add ad hoc guest details, which will not be saved as a profile, but will only be saved to the reservation. The charges field allows you to add additional charges. Accommodation and any auto charges will already be shown. To add a charge, select the plus charge option. Your first step is to select the date that the charge will fall on, the room it will be applied to, as well as the invoice. Charge items will already have an amount attached to it, so this will update automatically. You can then add a description and the number of units. When a charge item only is entered, you can change the amount charged. For example, my charge is 500 for 2 transfers and save. The minus charge allows you to add a discount to a charge item. This follows the same procedure as the add charge function. However, you need to add a minus sign in front of the number. And save. If a rate type is editable, the Amend Accommodation Charges button will show. If a rate type is not editable, it will not show. Clicking this option will allow you to change the nightly charge. For example, on the night of the 1st of October, I would like to change my accommodation charge from 1,000 to 750. Select Next, and my new proposed amount will be shown, and confirm. The next section to cover is the payment section. A payment can be reversed by selecting the arrow and entering your reversal reason and saving. The Edit option will allow you to edit the description and the invoice it has been applied to only. and save. To post a payment, select the plus payment option. Select your payment type. You can enter a description, the invoice that it will be applied to, and the amount that has been paid, and save. To post a refund, follow the same steps under the minus payment option. However, your amount entered would need to have a minus sign in front of it. Next is our invoices. You can manage your default invoices for the reservation by selecting Manage Default Invoices and selecting the one you wish to change to your new default invoice for the desired room, and save. You can also move charges between invoices. To do this, select the Move Charges and Payments option. Select the payments and charges you wish to move and select Move Here, which will move it to the new invoice you have selected. And there you go, your charges have been moved. To create an additional invoice for guests, such as extras, select Create Invoice, enter the invoice name, and save. Invoices can also be mailed from this section by selecting the envelope icon, entering your recipient details, and there's a free text section which will allow you to add any message you wish. If you have multiple invoices, you can select which invoice you wish to send. And you can choose if you wish to display these as detailed, summarized, or have both the detailed and summarized invoice sent. After you have entered all of the relevant information, select Send. To generate an invoice, select the icon next to the envelope. When you have multiple invoices, you will have a drop-down option. From here, you can select which invoice you wish to generate, and once again, how you wish the details of the invoice to reflect. And generate invoice. Payment links can be sent directly from the invoice. To do this, click on the invoice you wish to request payment for. Select Request Payment via email. Enter your recipient, your free text section if you wish to do so. Once again, you can decide on your PDF type as detailed, summarized, or both, the payment gateway that you are currently using, and the amount that you wish to send the link for, which is deposit due, invoice balance, or specific amount. When entering a specific amount, this amount can be entered in this block here and select Send. To do this directly from your payment gateway, select Browser and follow the instructions laid out by your payment provider. Note that charges can also be added, adding a discount, adding a payment, or adding a refund can also be done from your invoices section. If you wish to change the account that the invoice is for, simply select Remove select yes, and select account. This will then allow you to search for a new account. And now you have added a new account for this specific invoice. To link a reservation, navigate to the linked reservation section. Select link a reservation. Search for the one you wish to link. And select link. From this section, you also have the option to unlink any linked reservations by selecting unlink. There you go. You have now unlinked the reservation. The last section to cover is the note section. A note type can automatically appear on the reservation if the option has been selected for this note type to appear. To add a note, select Add Reservation Note, select your note type, enter your note. To include this note on your res summary, select the Include in Reservation Summary tick box. You can also select to add a reminder to the note, which will allow you to choose a day and time that the note will appear. The reminder will appear under the bell notification section at the specific time you have selected. Notes also allows you to add attachments. Select Add Attachment and select the document that you wish to add. The last option Notes offers is to choose when it displays, such as check-in, check-out, when a reservation is cancelled, or when it's edited. After you've entered all of your relevant note information, select Save. The last section to cover is how to cancel a reservation. This is done under Reservation Details, and scroll to the bottom and select Cancel Reservation. And next, enter your cancellation reason. If you wish to add a cancellation penalty, select Apply a cancellation penalty. The amount will be automatically calculated depending on the cancellation policy that has been assigned to the reservation. Select the invoice that you wish the charge to apply to. You can also add additional cancellation charges if you wish by once again selecting the invoice and entering the amount and confirm. You also have the option after cancelling a reservation to undo cancellation. And there you go. That is the run through of our reservation management options.